Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lexi, and today I wanted to talk about some of my favorite books from 2024. In 2024, I decided that I wanted to pick reading back up. I previously did not read for maybe, I don't know, 10 years? It was a very long time. So I decided that I was gonna make it my whole personality this past year. I set a goal at the beginning of the year to read 40 books. And for me, that is a really big goal. But surprisingly enough, I actually hit that goal. Did I wait till the last possible second? Yes. I met that goal on December 30th. And you know what? That's fine. I hit it. I still made it. I still did it, okay? I still made it. Either way, I still did it. I still made it. And today I just want to reflect on some of the books that I'm still thinking about and that I really enjoyed this year. I didn't put these in any particular order because it makes me sad to think about putting my favorite books against each other. That's just a me thing, okay? So yeah, we'll jump right into it. The first book that I want to talk about today is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This book is a young adult crime fiction book. It's a mystery and it's a bit of a thriller. This book is about Pippa. She is a student who is working on her end of year project, and she has decided that her project is going to be about Andy Bell. And Andy Bell is a girl who was supposedly murdered by her boyfriend Sal. Her body was never found. And Pippa has decided that she doesn't think that this case is what it seems, or who was prosecuted and blamed for this murder is who actually did it. So she teams up with Sal's younger brother, Ravi, to prove Sal's innocence. This book was such a thrilling read for me. It was so full of twists and turns, and the stakes were super high throughout the whole thing. And the little misdirections in this book were so fun, and I really enjoyed the characters in this book, and I really felt like I was a part of the team. I seriously love this book, and I actually could not recommend it more. The second book that I want to talk about, I don't actually have the physical copy, I read on the Kindle, and that is actually a Christmas read, and it is called The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. I thought this book was so funny. It is like a cozy mystery rom-com. It is about Maggie Chase, who is a cozy mystery writer, and Ethan Wyatt, who is like a thriller writer. They are work nemesis, enemies? I don't know. What's the word? They hate each other. Well, they think. Anyways, they are both invited by a mysterious fan to spend the holidays at an English estate. So they have no idea who invited them. Soon after they show up at this estate, they realize that the person who invited them is actually Eleanor Ashley. And Eleanor Ashley is the most famous mystery writer. She is top dog. And also, she is Maggie's hero, her idol, her inspiration. She looks up to Eleanor so much. Soon after they arrive, Eleanor actually goes missing, and it is up to Maggie and Ethan to solve where the heck did Eleanor go? Has she been hurt? Has someone kidnapped her? What is going on? So there are a room full of suspects. All the people that Eleanor has invited to Christmas is a suspect, and they're all basically locked in this English estate because the phone lines are out. There is a huge storm going on. The bridge to get into the estate is out, so they are not able to leave or call for help. So they have to figure it out themselves. And the stakes are pretty high because obviously whoever did it is in the estate. It was such a fun thrilling read. It kept me on my toes, and I absolutely adored Ethan's character because he is the sassiest man, and the way he knows how to get under Maggie's skin is actually so comical. I really loved their like relationship with each other. It was so funny. So if you're looking for a Christmas read next year, I definitely recommend The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. The next book that I want to talk about is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This book is a young adult crime fiction mystery book, and I personally love shows like White Collar and The Mentalist, so this book was right on the money for me. Basically, this story follows Cassie, a 17-year-old girl who works at a diner and lives with her grandmother. Her mother was murdered, and her dad is off in the Army, the Air Force, something of that sort. So she is raised by her grandma. Cassie has this special ability to be able to read people. So she notices small details about people that others wouldn't really recognize, and therefore she's able to kind of get into the minds of strangers. She has been scouted out by the FBI to join a program for other teenagers with other special abilities. And basically soon after she arrives, they realize that there is a serial killer, and the serial killer is kind of too close to home in the sense of they don't really know if they're safe, and they need to figure out who the serial killer is before one of them gets hurt. So it's their story of their intermingling abilities to solve this case, and it is such a thrilling read, and I really loved it. I would definitely recommend it to anyone. The next book that I want to talk about is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This book put me in an existential crisis. It is a science fiction thriller, and basically it follows Jason. Jason is a professor at a university and teaches like quantum mechanics or something sciencey of that sort. He's a science professor, you know? Basically, he's walking home one day from being out and celebrating with his friend, and he just wants to go home and spend time with his wife and his son. So he's walking home, and suddenly he is literally kidnapped. He's kidnapped and knocked out and wakes up literally strapped to a gurney in some sort of lab. And so he wakes up, and strangely enough, everyone is congratulating him and telling him like, welcome home, like welcome back, congratulations. And he's like, what is actually going on? I actually don't understand anything. He escapes from this place, finds out that the world that he's in isn't the world that he's used to. So his wife is not his wife, his son is not his son, and he's basically living in a parallel universe now. So it's his journey of trying to figure out how to get back to his own world. And this kept me on my toes. Oh my gosh, it was so crazy, and definitely gave me existential dread because it is so crazy to think about parallel universes for me, and I had such a good time reading this. I read it with my husband, and he absolutely loved this book too. So it was really fun to be able to read it together. I love it. I definitely would recommend, like, if you want your husband to get into reading, this is such a good book to give them. Anyways, yeah. The last book that I want to talk about is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This is a fantasy with like a little bit of romance in it. It follows two sisters, Scarlett and Tella, and they are invited to an annual magical competition held by world-renowned magician Legend. When they arrive, Tella is immediately kidnapped, and the objective of the game is whoever finds Tella is the winner. And when you win, you receive one wish. So it is up to Scarlett to locate her sister before all the other players can. Also, something to note is everything that happens in Caraval is a performance. Nothing's real, and you can't believe or trust anyone. And the world is such a magical, like, topsy-turvy world with carnival characters, and everything is really whimsical and cool, and I really love the atmosphere of it. This book was really fun to dive into, and it was such a like nostalgic read for me. I think the magic was so nostalgic for me. I really loved it, and I definitely have recommended it to a lot of my friends who read fantasy because it is such a fun and interesting read. I am actually finishing up the series right now, reading the finale, so I'm really excited to see how it all unfolds. Anyways, I think that's all I want to talk about today. If you stayed this long, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and I really love making these videos. I'm so excited that I actually took the effort to sit down and do this because I feel like it's really held me accountable on reading goals and learning new things and expanding my knowledge. I love everything about doing this, and I really appreciate everyone who has supported it. I would love if you would drop some of your favorite books in the comments because I am looking for recommendations. I'm trying to think of ways to find recommendations that aren't so popular. I would love to read some stuff that's like not really heard of. So if you have anything like that, that'd be great. Or if you have any just favorite reads that are popular that I haven't read, I would love recommendations. Thank you so much. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope you have the best day. Bye, guys.